Did you know that some of Canada's most iconic cities are facing challenges they've never seen before, all linked to the rapid rise in immigration? From skyrocketing housing prices in Vancouver and Toronto to cultural tensions in Montreal and Calgary, these cities are being transformed in ways that locals never imagined. Overcrowded schools, rising crime rates, strained healthcare systems, and the erosion of long-standing identities are just the beginning. So, what's really going on behind the scenes, and how much more can these cities take before they're forever changed? Stick around to uncover the truth about how immigration is reshaping the fabric of Canada's biggest urban centers. 1. Toronto, Ontario. Toronto, Canada's largest city, has one of the most diverse populations in the world. Over 50% of its residents are foreign-born, contributing to both the city's cultural richness and its challenges. The most pressing issue is housing affordability. Real estate prices in Toronto have surged to record levels, making homeownership unaffordable for many long-term residents. Immigrants contribute to the demand for housing, but international investors have also exacerbated this problem, driving up prices even further. Public services like healthcare and education are struggling to keep up with the city's rapid growth. Long wait times for medical appointments, overcrowded schools, and limited resources are common complaints. Additionally, the city's transportation system is becoming overwhelmed. With longer commutes and congestion, many locals feel that Toronto's infrastructure can no longer handle the population boom, resulting in frustration and dissatisfaction. 2. Vancouver, British Columbia. Challenges. Vancouver's housing market is one of the most expensive in the world, and this issue has become even more pronounced due to immigration. Nearly 45% of Vancouver's population is foreign-born, with a significant portion of immigrants coming from China and other parts of Asia. While this diversity is a hallmark of the city, it has contributed to a steep rise in real estate prices. Many long-term residents are finding themselves priced out of their neighborhoods, particularly in the downtown area. The city's public services costs are also under strain. The healthcare system, particularly emergency services, is often overwhelmed, and schools are seeing higher enrollment numbers, leading to overcrowded classrooms. The influx of immigrants has also contributed to tensions around the cultural identity of the city. Longtime residents, especially those in less affluent areas, feel that the city is changing too quickly and that their way of life is being undermined. Montreal, Quebec. Challenges. Montreal, once known for its vibrant French culture, is now facing growing concerns about cultural integration due to immigration. With over 30% of the population born outside of Canada, the city is experiencing challenges in maintaining its French identity. Many of the new immigrants speak languages other than French, which has led to linguistic and cultural divides, particularly in the education system. Housing affordability is also a significant issue. The influx of immigrants has contributed to an increase in demand for housing, particularly in central Montreal. This has led to rising rent prices and concerns that locals may no longer be able to afford to live in their own city. Public services like healthcare and public transportation are also feeling the pressure, with longer wait times and more crowded systems. Therefore, to Calgary, Alberta. Challenges. Calgary has historically been a booming city, known for its strong economy driven by the oil and gas industry. However, the recent decline in oil prices and the increase in the immigration have changed the city's dynamics. Over 30% of the population is foreign-born, and while immigration has helped fuel economic diversity, it has also created job market competition. Many locals, particularly those from the oil sector, are finding it harder to secure stable employment in the face of newcomers willing to work for lower wages. The housing market in Calgary has become increasingly competitive, with rising prices making it difficult for many to afford homes. At the same time, the influx of immigrants has placed a strain on public services like healthcare and education. Many Calgary residents feel that their traditional lifestyle and values are being disrupted by the rapid pace of change of Ottawa, Ontario. Challenges. As Canada's capital, Ottawa has always been known for its calm and stable vibe. However, immigration has caused rapid growth, pushing the population to new heights. Over 25% of Ottawa's population is now foreign-born, leading to significant pressure on the city's housing market. Housing prices have skyrocketed, particularly in desirable neighborhoods, and many locals find themselves pushed to suburban areas, further away from their workplaces. Public services, such as healthcare and education, are also stretched thin. Wait times in hospitals are increasing, and schools are struggling with larger class sizes. The city's infrastructure, including roads and public transit, is becoming congested as more people move into the city. There is a growing sense of dissatisfaction among locals who feel that the city's growth is happening too quickly and without enough planning. VROC 6, Edmonton, Alberta. Challenges. Edmonton has traditionally been an industrial city, relying heavily on the oil industry for its economy. However, the decline in oil prices and the increase in immigration have created economic shifts that locals are struggling to adapt to. With over 25% of the population now foreign-born, there is increased competition for jobs, particularly in the lower-wage sectors that were previously dominated by locals. Public services are under pressure as the city's population grows rapidly. Healthcare services are overwhelmed, and long wait times for medical appointments are common. The city's public education system is also struggling with overcrowded classrooms, and there is concern that the quality of services may be declining as demand increases. Additionally, many longtime residents feel a sense of cultural displacement, with some perceiving that Edmonton's traditional working-class identity is being overshadowed by newcomers. 7. Hamilton, Ontario. Challenges. Hamilton, once known as an industrial powerhouse, is facing significant economic and social challenges as it undergoes a demographic transformation. Around 25% of Hamilton's population is foreign-born, and the influx of immigrants has led to a changing landscape. The city's historic identity, rooted in steel production, is being challenged by the rise of new industries, which often require different skill sets. Housing affordability is a growing issue, with demand outpacing supply and leading to rising rents and home prices. Local residents, especially those from working-class backgrounds, are finding it difficult to stay in neighborhoods they've lived in for generations. There's also a sense of cultural alienation, as longtime residents feel disconnected from the city's evolving character. 8. Surrey, British Columbia. Challenges. Surrey is one of the fastest-growing cities in Canada, and over 40% of its population is foreign-born. The city is facing a number of challenges due to its rapid growth, particularly in terms of infrastructures. Schools are becoming overcrowded, and there is a significant rise in the crime rates in certain neighborhoods. Residents are concerned about the safety of their communities and the ability of the local government to maintain order in the face of growing population pressures. Additionally, Surrey's housing market is becoming increasingly unaffordable. Many longtime residents are finding it difficult to keep up with rising rent prices and home values. The influx of immigrants has also led to cultural tensions, with some residents feeling that the city's identity is changing too quickly and in a way they don't recognize. 9. Winnipeg, Manitoba. Challenges. Winnipeg's rapid growth has put pressure on its public services, including healthcare and education. The city's crime rates might have increased, particularly in certain neighborhoods, as the population becomes more diverse. While immigration has brought many benefits, it has also led to social tensions, as longtime residents feel that the sense of community they once knew is slipping away. Housing affordability is also an issue. With more immigrants moving to the city, demand for affordable housing has increased, leading to rising rent prices and home costs. Many locals are concerned about how the city can keep up with this growing demand without sacrificing quality of life for its existing residents. Berber 10, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Challenges. Halifax, with its rich maritime heritage, is facing cultural and economic shifts due to an influx of immigrants. While the city is becoming more diverse, there are concerns about the loss of its traditional identity. Many longtime residents fear that the influx of newcomers, especially those from different cultural backgrounds, will dilute the unique character of the city. Housing prices have increased dramatically, making it harder for residents to afford homes. Many neighborhoods that were once affordable are now out of reach for locals. The public services coach in Halifax are also feeling the strain, with schools and healthcare facilities becoming overcrowded. These challenges are leading to rising tension between new arrivals and longtime residents. 11 to Kitchener, Ontario. Challenges. Kitchener, located in Ontario's Waterloo region, has seen significant growth in its immigrant population in recent years. The city's economy is shifting, and this transition is affecting the local job market. Immigrants often compete with locals for jobs, especially in the tech industry and service sectors. As the population grows, housing affordability has become a critical issue. The demand for rental properties and homes has led to higher rents and property prices. Additionally, the strain onto public services, like healthcare and education, is noticeable, with longer wait times for services and overcrowded schools. Mississauga, Ontario. Challenges. Mississauga, a suburb of Toronto, has seen significant population growth, driven in part by immigration. While this has contributed to the city's cultural diversity, it has also led to increased demand for this housing and public services. The cost of living has risen, and many local residents feel pushed out by the rapid pace of growth. Traffic congestion has become a major issue as more people move into the city, and the transportation infrastructure is not keeping up with the demand. The housing market has become increasingly unaffordable, and many longtime residents feel that the community's character is changing in ways they don't like. 13. Brampton, Ontario. Challenges. Brampton's growth has been largely driven by immigration, particularly from South Asia. While this has enriched the city culturally, it has also led to issues such as overcrowding in schools and hospitals, rising crime rates, and a rapidly escalating housing market. Residents are concerned about the cultural identity of Brampton, as newcomers' values and customs sometimes clash with those of the city's long-standing residents. There's also a significant amount of social tension over the pace of growth and change in the city. 14. London, Ontario. Challenges. London's growing immigrant population is contributing to the city's housing affordability crisis. As demand for homes rises, rents and property prices have escalated, making it difficult for local residents to stay in their neighborhoods. Public services like education and healthcare are under pressure as the population increases. The healthcare system, in particular, is struggling to meet the needs of a growing and increasingly diverse population, leading to longer wait times and decreased access to care. 15. Quebec City, Quebec. Challenges. Quebec City has seen an influx of immigrants, particularly from African and Arab countries. While this has added cultural diversity to the city, it has also led to linguistic tensions. Many immigrants struggle to speak French, which is a core part of Quebec's identity. This has sparked debates about the need for more integration programs. Housing costs are rising, making it difficult for both newcomers and long-time residents to find affordable housing. Additionally, the city's public services are under pressure, with increasing demands for healthcare and education resources.